So, like I was saying, 2 times in March, the beginning of March, I was approached by the police department of Schertz. Both times I provided a letter that I had sent to the chief of police, giving them notice that we were certified again for another year by the state, and that we would be soliciting in their area, and that any interference by them in any way whatsoever would be a violation of the law, because I have a permit, and the permit allows me to do what I'm doing. So the first 2 times the officers leave after questioning me and finding out who I am, taking my ID, and detaining me. And the third time in March, it turns out that the officer didn't want to see my certification, didn't want to see my ID, didn't want to see my credentials, nothing. She just wanted to issue me a citation for soliciting with no permit. So we're in an issue here now where this continued for 3 years, since 2017. Like I said, the first 2 times were dismissed by the judge. There wasn't any last year because I didn't solicit any last year. I was dealing with the criminal case in Bexar County, and during that case and everything that was going on, I didn't do anything. I just stay home, which is what my lawyer told me to do. Stay home, don't do anything, don't go. If the house next door is burning down, don't go put it out, because they'll arrest me. So I didn't do anything that year. And during that whole year, my car was in an impound because they took it as evidence and seized it, claiming it was evidence that they were going to use a trial to prove that I was impersonating a public servant. How my vehicle could be in any way whatsoever considered evidence that needed to be withheld from me for over a year is beyond me, because they could take pictures of it, they could take a video of it, anything. They didn't need to keep it. So they were punishing me, and they were preventing me from having any transportation whatsoever. So I had to go buy another car, and so this is not something that is normal to happen to people. And so this time they give me a ticket for soliciting. So immediately the next following Tuesday, I go to the city council, and I go before the city council and I ask, is this going to be a normal procedure for the city police department to first violate people's constitutional rights, second to harass somebody for so long, for 3 years, knowing that what they're doing isn't illegal, and to give them tickets anyways, make them go to court, make them have to get it dismissed, make them waste their time. What I didn't know is, as I'm sitting in the city council chambers, 3 days before, or 4 days before that, the prosecutor out of the county prosecutor, the DA, issued a warrant for my arrest for impersonation of a public servant, because he saw the conviction on the computer from Bexar County, and they're thinking that, hey, I got a guy here was just convicted of this, and now he goes to a different county, thinks he's going to be able to get away with it here, so he's doing it here, so we're just going to arrest him again. They did. They put a warrant for me. I got arrested. 6 months I sat in the county jail. 6 months. 90 days, the state legislature says if you they don't indict you within 90 days, they have to let you out on a PR bond. 90 days came. I didn't get an indictment. The indictment came on the 94th day. Too bad they missed it. And the law says that they have to release me. But they didn't. They kept me another 90 days. So I finally managed to talk a new court-appointed attorney, and to fire the first one, into filing to do the bond reduction, because I know the law, and the law said that 90 days, they didn't have the indictment, I'm out. And she tried to tell me, no, the judge can keep you in. He has community caretaking privileges. I said, no, he doesn't. The legislature is quite adamant on this. It's a mandatory release, okay? Period. He has no choice. Now, he can put special conditions on my release, which he did. Yeah, they said I had to go report to probation once a month, pay probation costs, pay for testing costs, anything for the probation. But I wasn't convicted of anything. I wasn't given probation on an order of conviction. So why am I doing probation? Paying fees and fines, paying probation costs, reporting once a month. So just another way to control people and to harass them and take money from them. If they can't keep me in jail, they'll make sure they'll just make it as hard for me as possible as I'm out of jail. So I'm out now. My lawyer got a private investigator who's been able to verify everything that I've done is legal, nothing illegal, And if anybody's violated the law, it was the police department of shirts and the police officers for deprivation of my rights under color of law, for violating my civil rights. So he told me, I spoke to him today, I provided him all my legal documents, and he says, well, this needs to be dismissed. You don't need to go to trial. I said, I know that. And he said, well, what happens if they still want to take me to trial? I have to defend it in trial. And that's just the thing. I said, well, look at what happened in Bexar County. That could happen in trial in Guadalupe County. The judge doesn't have to accept any evidence. According to the law, what they're telling me, he has discretion as to whether or not he wants to even recognize it or not. So, do I go to a jury trial? I would go to a jury trial. And I will, now that I understand that the prosecutor will do everything in his power to make me look like the world's worst guy in the world so that he can get his conviction, that I know how to abrogate that attempt now. There are certain documents I can file, motions in limine, motions to suppress. My lawyer can file them. And if she doesn't, then I have a defective lawyer or an incompetent lawyer. But I don't think so, because I've been instructed by the PI, the public private investigator. He's worked with her quite a bit, and she's quite competent. And I can tell she is too, because, you know, she came to me, she asked me what I wanted to do instead of what's going to happen and what they're going to tell me I need to do. And any other time I've gone to court, it's always been what they said I am able to do and what I need to do. It's never been what do I want to do. So I told her, I said, I want a dismissal is what I want, but that's not going to happen. And I know that because they want a conviction. And they'll do anything and everything to get one. Even if they know they're going to lose, they'll attempt it anyways, just on the off chance that my lawyer will mess up, I'll mess up, somebody will mess up, and they'll get a conviction anyway. So, and like Bexar County, they got their conviction, didn't they? So my PI doesn't think that will happen in Guadalupe County, but you never know. I've been told that it's even worse than Bexar County as far as corruption goes, but I could be wrong. You know, who's to say who's corrupt more than the next? You know, or who won't follow the law more than the next? But anyways, you know, that's where I'm at. My girlfriend left. My fiance left me. I was gone for 6 months. She feels like I abandoned her. And her friend's mom was telling her that, well, he's probably going to go to prison anyway, so, you know, you really want to be with him because he's probably going to abandon you again. He can't, you know, goes to prison. So he's already got the first conviction. So to get a second one on him, he's definitely looking at jail time, prison time. So, yeah, do you want to be abandoned again? So she said no. She left. And so nothing I can do about it. I can't change what's happened. I can't change the fact that people out there have done things against me to ruin my life, for whatever reason. I don't know if they just think that, you know, maybe another arrest or another conviction will do something on their record to give them another job somewhere else. Who knows? Who knows why people do what they do? But I do know that in this state, in Texas, in 2019, an innocent person will be and can be convicted of a crime he did not commit. No evidence, none whatsoever, showing that he committed a crime. No mens rea that he had the mind of committing the crime. No corpus delicti, no injured party. Nobody was hurt for a crime to have been committed. But an innocent person will still be convicted and still be sentenced, can still go to prison. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nothing. I told my lawyer I understood this. That's how the system is. And she goes, well, yeah, innocent people are convicted every single day. Every day it's happening. She said, it's the way it is. And she said, that's why there's what's called the Innocence Project. And I looked into the Innocence Project. The Innocence Project is fine and dandy, but there's only certain cases that they'll hear, and the other cases they won't even touch. So if you have anything to do with money, fraud, anything like that, theft, they won't touch those. No, won't touch it at all. So it's pretty scary, and but it is what it is, you know. All I can do now is hope that I've got two good people on my side this time. And I win. So thanks, YouTube. Bye.